Gordo here from Gordo's Games, bringing you some more Digimon TCG content, and today we're back for another deck profile. And today we're taking a bit of a look into the D-Brigade. So, let's get into the deck profile. But if you do like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you know when this content goes live for you. We're going to get straight into it today. Alright, here we are, the Old Faithful setup, our nice little charity mat. So we'll start off with the eggs. Nice and simple. This is more of a flex. You can use whichever you feel more comfortable with, to be honest. I've gone for this variation for Missimon. While this Digimon has D-Brigade in its type, it gains 1000 DP. So all that means is your Commandramons are going to have that slight extra buff most of the time. Tankdramon as well, Darkside if you ever scale up to that point, but you don't really do it. But all in all, it's just a nice little buff, and it's guaranteed because the fact is we run a lot of D-Brigade. And last but certainly not least, we run one Sumimon. While you have another Digimon in play with the same name as this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP. Now we run a lot of Commandramon, so you can give them this 2000 DP buff. Now you can run this stuff or run that as a one-up, it's completely up to you. But I prefer my Commandramons to die. It sounds silly, but you'll see why. This just makes sense. So run 5 Digi-Eggs. Now we do run a lot of rookies because generally this deck is played in the same kind of aspect as Rookie Rush, so we run 20 rookies. To start it all off, the main piece, 4 of the rare Commandramon. This puts in the most work in the deck, it cycles the most cards, it's the MVP. Well, this one other card. Reveal the top 3 cards on deletion. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So you don't trash any cards. You still put them to the bottom of your deck. So you're still cycling through cards, but you potentially put another one of these or another one of the other Commandramons that we run on the board, just for it dying. And that's on either player's turn. And to go along with that, we run 4 of the 1.5 Commandramon, 2 cost vanilla, 3k body. It's a target for this, so it just makes the deck adding more consistency. And then we go over to the starter deck Commandramon. This is the big beefy body, 4 cost to play, 5k body, 0 cost to evolve. So you don't really want to play this too often, but if you get it off this, or if you can digivolve into it, so be it. Happy days. With the Sumimon, this becomes a 7k, so it beats over blockers. With the D-Brigade, the Missimon, it becomes a 6k, so it can crash with blockers. And even at the moment, because 1 cost Evo blockers are a thing now, this can still crash them and potentially beat over them with the right thing. So we have 12 targets for Commandramons. I think next set we do get another one, so we add to it even more so, which would be nice to see, but at the moment this is still relatively consistent. To go with the rest of this stuff, we do run 4 Haguramon. More 2 costs. As I said, we want to cycle into rookies, we want to add as much pressure to the board as possible. We're not aiming for the longest of games, we're looking to push out as quick as we possibly can. And then we run 2 of Jazzamon from the starter deck. Once again, 2 costs, but it's got 4k body this time, 1 cost to evolve, so you generally just hardcast this one. But that's the rookies, and we have 20 of them. And it's all about the Commandramons, the little miniature dinosaurs and soldiers outfits. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. I'm going to call them dinosaurs, they look like dinosaurs. We'll go to level 4s. Similar to the Rookie Rush, when the Gorillamons and that, we do run 4 Tankmon. 1 cost even puts up to 6k. Just can help just on those odd occasions if we've got say with a Goramon or a Jazzymon that's only 3k or 4k, just to buff us up that little bit. So if we do want to try and crash one of their blockers or take out one of their bodies or just swing the security and hope not to die. We run 4 Sealdramon. Yes, we run a blocker in this style of deck. It's D-Brigade, that's why. It gives us that flex spot to have some kind of defensive play at the same time of being aggressive. You don't often play this and keep it for very long. You'll often trade or try and take something with it, or you'll go up into something else with it. And we run 2 Garurumon. Play some security. So it's keeping it in line with what the style is, so literally just getting the added bodies to the board as much as possible. Just works. I mean, I could bump this up to 4 because I was considering dropping this other card, because it doesn't always come off in this deck itself. Babunga is good. in certain situations, it's Digiburst 2 and you can digivolve one of your opponent's cards by 1 if their play cost is 7 or less. It doesn't hit everything, but it can come off at occasions. But I was considering dropping this for the Garurumon just for the fact of having the added look to get some more bodies out, potentially cycling up. Level 5 is the easy part, we're in 4. This is the old MVP. Tremont. Your turn. When one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade in its type is deleted, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You may play one Commandramon among them without paying its memory costs. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, if you've got this and it's your turn, you swing with this dies, you reveal 3 for this, then you reveal a further 2. That's potentially 2 chances to play out a Commandramon, or at least 1 in 5 chance to hit at least the Commandramon. So this puts in a lot of work, and it's a 7k body, so it can beat over some of the other stuff they have. If they're rested, you can just go into this, swing over the top of it, just keep their board pinned down a little bit. You have options. Level 6s, we run 6, yes, odd ratios. So run 4 of this, the main piece. 4 Darkside. We don't really evolve into this one, so it doesn't matter the fact we've got slightly more level 6s. This one you tend to hard cast for the rush effect, and that's generally the way it goes. Its effect is, on play, return up to 5 Digimon cards with D-Brigade in their types from your trash to the top of your deck in any order, and for each card you return this way, gain 2 memory. So basically, if you return 5, he goes down to being a 3 cost level 6. That has rush because of it. Do keep in mind, obviously, Chaosmon doesn't work off the top of this because the rush is printed on the card. It is not it's not given. You don't gain rush. It's not inherent or anything like that. It is for this card and this card solely, so it doesn't work that way. The other 2 Blackmore Grade promo. This deck is all about being aggressive, about pushing. This card is built for aggression. Yes, okay, we're going to Digiverse stuff, and it's only 11k. It's most likely going to die, but D-Brigade doesn't care about that, because I'm going to Digiburst my D-Brigade stuff out of the way, so it sets up for this anyway. If I can get 1 or 2 swings out of this, happy days. I've more than done enough of my work. Or I can use it to potentially clear out some of their board if they've just gone ahead and sort of left things rested for me. So Blackmore Grey is a nice little tech piece in here. Now, because as I was saying, the Chaosmon doesn't work with this, I'm preferably a fan of this. Millennium. It puts in a lot of work. If you go Darkside, swing into one of their bodies and melee the other one out of the way, that's a good amount of control there for the fact of you were just hard casting something a moment ago. And then you've got this big body and they can't get rid of it without having to remove it twice. So they'll have to swing into it and then use a hard cast removal, or they'd have to hard cast remove it and then just leave it there for the next turn. So it comes back to cause problems. So 2 of that it always works quite well. The options in this are a bit of a flex spot. I've gone with these just to give me some sort of removal. I was running the laser eyes, but we're going with 3 Darkside attack. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. So it's form of delete. Obviously it does cap at this 7, but it can help us put them behind. So if they've got blockers out, we can delete the blockers. If they hit from security and they've got something potentially low, short on their board a bit, so it can come in handy sometimes. And then top it all off, we go 3 Izzy for the Tamers. Izzy is an amazing card. Okay, there are 2 targets here, and yes, it does happen, whereas it potentially whiffs and you don't get the memory back. But just being able to make this a 3 cost memory tamer can be relevant. And if it goes off from security and triggers, let's say they're at 0 and that's reveal the top 3. If it is all black, you take the turn from them. So that you could take the actual turn away from and the potential of the game depending on the circumstances. So that's the deck. So far it's played well from the testing I've done with it. The Blackmore Greymon was a nice addition to it. That was something suggested to me by a fellow content creator, substandard TCG, when we was talking about it. But other than that, it's well worth trying, well worth playing, and it's a fun deck all around. So, if you do want to try it yourself, get it built up, don't forget to join us here at Gordo's Games in the server. And we're always happy to obviously help deck tests. We do hold locals on Thursdays and Sundays. And for all of you here from Gordo's Games, thanks for stopping by, and let's get digital and let's get going.